Like it's tomorrow. You know, like niggas back in the day, the end of the day was when the sun went down.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why the Jewish niggas, like, on Friday when the sun go down, that's the Sabbath. We ain't waiting for the calendar to say Saturday, nigga. We know what this is. It's no more sun. It's tomorrow.
Dang, I wish. I mean, I'm in a weird place with work because, like, I was on a contract position and they ended that shit. Mm-hmm. So it's like
party's over.
Party's over.
Party's over. Go home.
And it's like the one thing that's another. This is some old motherfucker shit. My grandpa used to always say, a pat on the back is only a couple inches away from kicking the ass.
And I love old ass wisdom like that. Like, yo, I fucked my young boys up at the school this week with one of my father's old sayings. Cause these young, this is 8th grade, so they at that age now where they're starting to talk to girls. They, but they doing it in a way where they're trying to talk to girls the way they see the men in their lives talking to girls. Mm-hmm. So they're juggling them in their mind. Which in 8th grade, all that means is that you got their number and you texting them at the same time when you go home.
Right.
That's really, at least for where I work. These little niggas ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? They talk a good game, but they all soft. And
I was in 8th grade.
We all, nigga, I'm still soft. The fuck?
Yeah, take that.
I'm talking to a mic for a living. I don't lift heavy shit up. One of the little girls on the yard asked me today, she's like, Mr. Franklin, why you always happy when you come to work? Because this shit is easy. I'm like, most men got to get jobs where they got to lift heavy shit and they go home and they back hurt.
Hanging off the end of a truck or something.
I skimped my knee today. No bullshit. I just got this phone. Y'all niggas been killing me for years because I still had the little 5S. And they done pushed me out the market.
Finally,
yeah, I'm out. I'm in here now. Did a 7-year jump in technology in one fucking day. Lost my home button. I lost my headphone jack. Yeah, I lost the button on the top.
That's a lot.
I lost a lot.
That's a lot.
That shit was like leaving a relationship.
One shot? Like,
it was all gone in one shot. And then when I opened the box, it's been so long since I last bought an iPhone. So I opened the shit up. I opened up and I'm like, where's the brick? You don't get no brick.
Nope.
You don't get no headphones no more?
Sold separately.
Man, I was like, they coming for the money.
They taxing.
For the whole thing. But what you call it? Like the little boys, they juggling their little girlfriends or whatever the fuck you want to call them. And I heard them talking about it. And I'm like, man, what are y'all doing? Y'all don't, like, that's not the way you do that. Y'all can't even handle that. And they was like, what you talking about, Mr. I can handle it. I was like, you can't. They was like, what, you can't handle it? I was like, no, nigga. Like, every man that you ask that to is going to lie to you and tell you yes. But I'm here to tell you, nigga, no, that's not how you move out here.
Right.
For real. Like, some niggas can do it and they dead inside. But the rest of us who grandma raised us right, you can't just be out here dicking bitches down.
We gotta slow down.
You gotta slow down. You know,
we gotta converse with these. You
get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta
treat them like people because they're people.
That's if you like, can we do that? And so I told him, I was like, look, I said, my father always used to say something to me. Mm-hmm. Right? I said, and y'all won't understand it right now. I promise you won't. But if y'all interested in girls right now, I know you will be later. So you'll hopefully remember this. But I said, why go for two in the bush when you got one in your hand? And I didn't understand that shit until I start getting out here messing with these hoes, and I understood immediately.
That's like your time is
right. You
all
lose so much time. I
can't even figure out the shit that I like. I can't even figure out what I'm doing. Now I'm running around. Now you wonder why you can't keep somebody because you don't have any. You're not anybody.
Right.
You're just this thing that just goes out and fucks.
you like a male mosquito, nigga. I found that shit out. You know, male mosquitoes, them niggas, first of all, they're huge.
No, the big ones are the male ones.
Yeah, they're fucking huge. Yeah. And all they do is fuck. And then they die. They don't do nothing else but fuck. They're useless. They don't even walk well. I'm like, are these legs or dicks? Like, what the fuck? They stumbling all over the place. Like,
it's just 4 dicks on the back of their body.
Yeah, like, I'm weighed down.
Kill me, take me out of my misery.
So,
shit. Let me introduce this show.
I was about to say, we ain't even say hello to these niggas.
Right, we just
introduce ourselves, nothing.
Critical James Theory. I'm James Knight, your host. Next to me, I usually try to freestyle something for everybody. But I've known you for a while. I've known this man for a little bit. Yeah. I think the first time I met you, you was asking about a class at Fit, I think.
I think so.
And there was a drunk white woman in front of me.
That's usually, that sounds like across the street from Fit.
Yeah, it was like a drunk white woman. You were asking about classes or something like that. But very funny comedian in Philly. I believe at one point you opened up for Roy Wood.
Roy Wood, a couple other cats.
Yeah. I'm trying to give his credits, from what I know. I know him as the oldest young boy in the community. Yeah, the very funny but often tired Frank Neblett.
Nigga, my spirit is exhausted, son. How are you though, man?
I'm good, man. It's the fucking.
I know, ain't that some shit you have these niggas on all the time? And I'm probably the first guest to ever ask you how you doing.
This is, you might be, I gotta check the tape, but you might be right.
I guarantee you I am.
You might be
niggas
right.
Niggas ain't got no manners.
You sit down like, all right, let's get these jokes off, nigga.
Right, niggas just ready to get in here. Ha!
Oh man, before we even turn the cameras on, I got like a lesson in like theology and shit. Like
yeah.
Like I had no idea. I had no idea it was that. I had no idea you were in.
I don't like theology. I fucking hate theology actually, because that's the shit that people get theology and religion confused. Like theology is the study of religion. So it's when niggas start getting their little interpretations into it. But if but I guess the best way to kick a door down is to fucking at least walk through it and figure out how it works.
Yeah.
So
that's true. That's true.
I like history more than theology, and I like to study religion from a historical perspective. I guess you'll run right into theology, whether you want to or not.
I think the thing that because like what I was saying earlier, the thing that when I grew up Jehovah's Witness, the thing that got me away from it was like slowing down and figuring like, okay, what are we talking about here? What are you telling us to do? And I remember, I'll say this real quick because I think I've probably said it before, that there was an instance. One of my best friends. He had a problem. He had a sex addiction. We didn't really know it was that. We didn't know it was that.
I love every nigga that can't stop fucking bitches love calling it a problem. I got a little problem. It ain't a little problem. That's a big problem.
He's like, he had the wherewithal, like at a young, like I think we were maybe in our early 20s. He said like, look, I'm gonna kill myself if I keep doing this. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna die. Like somehow, like I'm gonna get something or like I'm gonna get involved with somebody.
He meant like that. I thought he meant. I was about to say, damn, I ain't never heard a nigga get so much pussy you wanted to blow his brains out. They didn't already do that for you? Damn.
So my man went to, because when you grow up, Jehovah's Witness, they tell you got to go to the elders to, confess your sins or whatever. So he went to them, and they kicked him out. They was like, you just fellowship, man. You get out of here.
Old niggas was hating.
Get out of here, right? At the same time, I'm out here in college selling drugs on the side.
Oh.
Right?
I know you just get out.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Just a little something.
Oh, got a little background.
A little bit. But, and I got a little sloppy. Mom found to work at home. Because black mom's going to go through your shit.
Yeah, right.
Black mom's going to go through your shit. She's like, I got a suspicion something's in here. So I'm going to turn this place inside out. She found some shit. She was like, you want to keep living in this house, you got to go talk to them. I was like, all right, cool. I did it. I didn't care. I was like, I got shit to pay for. I'm gonna continue to do this. I'm in class. I ain't got time for a real
I was about to say, I love hearing about like other niggas that sold drugs and their parents was like, no. And when my brother was selling dope, my mom was like, look, do I like it? Fuck no. But I mean, look, you acting like a man, put a little money down on the bills, my nigga. I'm not so much upset you been selling the dope. I'm kind of more upset you been in my house making money and ain't tell me shit.
You ain't putting on the groceries?
You ain't putting nothing on nothing.
Times is hard.
Yo.
It been hard.
Nigga.
So I went in and they were like, hey, does anybody know you? I was like, no, not really. Nothing, right? Walked out of that thing with no reprimand, no slap on the wrist, nothing. And it occurred to me, why did that happen? Why did he get this treatment and I got this treatment? I'm committing a crime. He went for help. I didn't. I was in that motherfucker with a bad spirit.
I was about to say,
I was like, I'm gonna do it again.
You was gonna keep coming to church or whatever and being like, yeah, I got a couple appointments lined up right after this. Like,
I'm gonna go do it now. Like I went in there a little high. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
Like
the best way to go to church.
So like I'm like, why did that happen? Right? Oh, because this is an act. This is a thing that this is not real.
Yes.
Like you're the and it took me a while to really figure it out, but it turns out like I was a legacy act and I didn't know it. My grandfather was high up. My dad was high up. I was supposed to be next high up.
Oh.
So they were like, let him slide. My friend, just a kid
That's just a
living with his
nigga.
grandma.
That's just a nigga from the street.
Yeah, they just like.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. I was like, damn, nigga, that's fucking.
That nigga not one of the 144. Get him out of here. Nigga ain't the son of the elect. Bye.
Get him out of here. It's like,
bye. Thanks for coming.
I hope he's okay. He's in the army doing some shit that
probably
is
still fucking bitches. This is probably what he's doing.
That and getting
you know
that
how
PTSD. You know what I mean? Getting that shit. But yeah, man, like
post traumatic sex addiction.
So it's fun. It's interesting to me when I find somebody who's very interested in that. When I come from the stance of like since I came from where I came from, and I'm just like, I hate all this shit. Like this shit. Like,
fuck all of it.
Like this shit is to me to me I was just like after I got out I was like this is just goofy. This is smoke and mirrors. This is history, but like, is it real? I don't know.
I think the best. All right, so I think one of the best lines to maybe it ain't got nothing to do with no. I mean, he was using metaphors and shit like that, and that's why he said it. But I think it has a lot to do with, at least like when Christ is like, if a man hath the ear, let him hear. Like in other words, like this, niggas understand what I'm saying is gonna get it. So people gotta understand like shit that was written a long time ago. Like it wasn't written in a way where niggas would be worried about what the fuck you was thinking about 3,000-4,000 years later. You get what I'm saying? Like, they got laws in these ancient texts about tying your camel up.
Yeah. Can't mix fabrics.
And niggas don't understand a lot of that shit was just, like, all that shit is identity politics. For the time, because everything back then was, like, tribal and this, that, and the third. Like, any of the laws that it says it in the book. It's like, follow these laws for, when you get in the land so you can be strong and take it over. Like, they was going in the conquer. That's what Joshua's troop was. Nigga, they was an army. They was going in to knock these 7 Canaanite nations the fuck out of here and take their land. The Israel Hamas shit. This shit is we said it before. It's perpetually stolen land. These niggas we got biblical evidence showing that niggas been stealing this land since Joshua. Over and over again. So it's like it's just read this shit. If you read the shit for what it's supposed to be, it makes sense. Like I said, it's when they go into that land, they're going in with motherfuckers who already have a culture, already have custom, already have legislation, law, and rule. That ain't taking none of you. Like none of these niggas is about to come here and try and take it over. Ain't got our shit. Not worry about yours. So their whole mindset is like, we gonna go in. God told us to take it over. Bible's pretty clear too that they didn't. Like, God told them to get rid of everybody. Like this y'all shit. Get rid of all these niggas. They didn't do that. They didn't even fucking get everybody out of there and whatnot.
I'm listening. I gotta mute this.
Yeah,
shit.
I was about to say that's my man Matty Madison too. He cook his ass.
He look like he can cook his ass.
He
off.
fat. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I
He
mean?
good.
You think I can cook? I really can't. I just.
But what you call it? So, like, they tell him go in, kill everybody. Get what you normally do when you want to take a nigga shit back in military conquesting times of the ancient. You kill everybody. And whoever you don't kill finna be a motherfucking slave.
Yeah, you got an R-word, they women.
It's right about all that. That's how it went down. So it's like, but they didn't successfully complete their mission, which was to exterminate everybody. So then what's the reality at that point? You living in a land with other people who they clearly don't fuck with you. You just came in here and ran up in this joint and took everything over. And they're probably not going to be that willing to give up the way they do things for the way you do things. So these laws is really like, don't mix fabrics. All these laws is based off of what they saw them niggas doing. And was like, we not going to do that because they doing that. And we don't want to look like them and act like them and be like them. Not even because we better than them. If we do shit their way, how do we maintain our identity to establish a nation that's separate? Okay. Think about like white niggas. Like people don't put these 1 and 1s together to make 2. It's like we know that you can go back to like the 80s or whatever, and white niggas was real anti hip hop. And whatnot. They didn't want their kids.
You had like a handful of young dudes that was out there running man in. And,
exactly. But for the most part, these old white niggas and these middle class white people was like, yo, no, that shit. And it wasn't even there
was court cases about that.
Right,
shit,
because they're worried about what? Are they worried about the fact that these niggas are saying something? No, it had more to do about the fact that like they're like, we don't want our kids listening to this shit. Because look what happened. Like in the sense of These niggas start dressing different.
Clothes big now.
Clothes all big. Do-rags. These niggas thugged out.
It's like, what is this dancer doing?
They always wanted to fuck black women. Let's just be real. But now they like, I mean.
Now your kids are open about
now
it.
They open. Now they open about it. Now they like, yo, I'm trying to go over. I saw them videos. Peggy Sue don't look nothing like that.
Nothing like this.
I'm trying to go over there. And that's what it was. I'm trying to go over there.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go hang out down the block.
Yeah, it's fun over there.
On the other side of it, I want to go over there. And what happens when niggas start going and that's what happens. It transcends the music. It transcends because now niggas is mad. Y'all mad. Niggas is mad. Why? Because it transcended from, listening to the music, dressing a certain way, they talking a certain, they want to say, then they start getting aggressive. Now they want to say nigga again. Yeah. Now they fucking our women and niggas is mad when they got to walk around and see all these interracial relationships and shit. Even it's like, you see a nigga that's looking like Marky Mark or whoever, or fucking Vanilla Ice walking around with some badass black shorty, and you mad. And you like, these niggas then came into the cookout and took more with them than a plate. Nigga done took a platter. We told you to take a plate. Not a whole platter, nigga. What are you doing?
You know, mom. It's funny. My mom.
This nigga got so much food. He took so much. She had to. Foil wasn't enough for this nigga. He had to be able to close his shit.
You were like, well, it's funny when I go back in my little history. My mom was very anti-white. And it's like, 67. She was very like, nah, they because they moved to a town in South Jersey that was super white and, at the time Jewish, and they were like the first black family in there. Because my grandfather came from the Air Force. It was like, they had a little money, so they came in there and everybody was treating them weird and throwing shit at them. And so it was like, we don't fuck with y'all. You don't fuck with us. We don't fuck with y'all.
Right.
Down the line, time passes. Somewhere, my white dad, he comes around. It's funny because he presented as Puerto Rican. He was like, he's an Irish guy, but you look at old pictures, you just look like he a Cuban, like with some that's about to sell you some drugs. He got the perm. He got like a mesh shirt with the chain on. I was like, you could tell me he was like. I'm like, that's him. That's
right. That's
you. That's
he was out here like that.
Right. So it's funny. It's funny how I don't know what I was getting, but that may be
no. But it's the thing of like you don't look like what I guess you are supposed to be. This, that, and the third. So it's I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. No, I guess what we was talking about is just like just read. I don't know. I ain't trying to be the nigga to tell niggas to read. That's
maybe
much.
You are needing.
No,
to
I'm
maybe
not because it ain't about reading. It ain't that niggas ain't
it's
reading. It's about comprehension. And like I'm a teacher.
It's hard to teach comprehension.
Right. I'm a teacher during the day. Like I was just talking about my. You know what I was telling my young boys? I brought up the show Between the Lions.
Okay.
They so it's crazy. I'm washed. I'm washed now. See, that's the thing. So I'm washed. You above. You more washed than me. Like in the sense of like you was just like, what's that? Because that wasn't your shit either. That was my shit. Right? And there's a bunch of niggas out there that need to be watching this.
Between the Lions.
Right. You remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Between the Lions was a PBS show.
Okay.
And it was about like the family of lion puppets or whatever. Think like fucking Sesame Street, but they look like lions. You got Papa Lion, Mama Lion, brother, sister lion, whatever.
Right.
And they work in the library and whatnot. And then there's these little sketches, educational sketches that happen throughout and whatnot, recurring sketches and things like that. And it took for me to be like 16 years old to realize that the name of the show is a play on words for read between the lines. Between the Lions. Like, and so it's really, and then when I went back and looked at it and I'm looking at what because when you a young boy, you really you're not always hip to what's happening in front of you. You just soaking shit up sometimes. You like, I like that. I want to keep watching. I knew what was going on. I can still quote shit and, recite shit from the show just like anybody else. But it's like the real and like what shit is sometimes, literally just don't hit you till you get older. And I started looking at the content in the show, and I was like, oh shit, these niggas was teaching us comprehension. Like they're teaching us like comprehension, reading, literacy. You knew it was reading and literacy because it's a library, it's fucking letters, But that part about like the way they were going about teaching you those things, they were teaching it in a way so that you remember, like that you comprehend. So it's like even what learning is. Like I was teaching my young boys about neuroplasticity this week.
Okay, all right. It's 8th grade?
This is all grades, nigga.
Okay,
Everybody gets, this is 3rd through 8th. You niggas gonna learn about neuroplasticity.
I don't think I got any of that.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, because I'm social and emotional learners, we can talk about this shit. So it's like that, a lot of that is dealing with learning. And like learning has a lot to do with memory. If you not, like I told this to my young boys, if you're not remembering what you did in here, you didn't learn shit.
No.
That point blank. If you can't remember it, you did nothing.
And most of the time, I mean, at least my recollection, most of the time you wasn't being taught to remember anything to where it sticks. You just taught to go test the test.
Test the test. Let's move on. Hopefully you remember it next year when they build on it.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's my thing is this. Niggas say a lot of things, and then they'll go behind what they said and say a lot of other things. Like niggas will sit here and say the education system is trash. And they didn't teach us shit. But somehow everybody knows what the fuck they talking about. Both of these things can't be the fuck true. Either you niggas were failed or we're all Socrates. But it's not about to be both, my nigga, because this is cognitive dissonance that's not helping nobody.
Right.
You can't be the nigga talking about education is garbage, but you also the same nigga that don't know, like that's acting like you know what you're talking about, and you are a product of your education, my nigga.
That's comprehension.
That's comprehension. You don't even remember what the fuck you said 2 weeks ago against yourself. You don't even remember.
Oh my God, man! I would just based on what I know from you about you, I would have rather had a teacher like you at some point. I don't think I've ever had a teacher growing up that actually. I had one, and it was probably when we moved to the suburbs. Didn't have very many black teachers until high school. We had one. She came from New York, and that was the only time that shit just stuck.
Right.
The other time it was just like, what?
Yeah.
What we fucking doing? We just taking another test.
I'm a special. My shit is in the same department as like gym and music.
What is your
social and emotional learning? Which the
that's
right.
New. That's like
the right now is saying, oh, this is an effort to soften up the kids. Blah, 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 blah. Man, fuck. So to me, this gonna sound wild, maybe, or for me it may sound wild rather, but it's like if black kids need that social and emotional learning from the perspective of like it's a lot of shit that once again, if we gonna sit here and say niggas is down bad, we done been through this and that and whatever, then it's a lot of shit around like emotional regulation we don't have. Like an emotionally unregulated young boy becomes a nigga that's 16 through 24 that's beating on the girl that he's chilling with, right? Or a socially unregulated young boy becomes that socially awkward adult that everybody's like, is this motherfucker on the spectrum? Like that shit is happening in our neighborhoods more than any. So yeah, because we're in America and it's such this thing of like hard work as the ethic, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, which let's be real, it's some bullshit, but let's be real. Black people live by that same shit more than they want to act like. For example, my best friend, we was talking about today, he got a nice ass ride, Chrysler 300. And his gear, like his gears are a little whatever. So he's like, I need to put some oil in this joint, some like transmission fluid or whatever. But the bull said it may be a computer issue. And so he was like, I'm going to just go under the hood and put the transmission fluid under there. And when he went to put the transmission fluid under there, it was a label near the joint. It was like, do not open. Manufacturers, only. Like, let them do it. And I'm like, you still under warranty? He was like, yeah. I said, leave that bitch alone.
Oh, yeah, I would.
I mean, when you ain't got no warranty no more,
It don't
motherfucker,
matter.
you gonna have to do it yourself because you know it can open, and you won't. But nigga, use your bennies.
Yeah.
Use your benefit. It's like, niggas will sit here and pay money for full coverage and have a nice ass whip that they had to get full coverage on, and everything up under the hood say leave that shit alone. And the nigga be like, nah, cause my granddaddy taught me I could do this myself. Yeah, your granddaddy was the nigga that ate up that bootstrap bullshit and handed it down to you, and now you against it, but you are still perpetuating it in everything you do. Take that shit to the dealership and let them fix it. You paid for that shit already. And if you actually allowed your money to stretch for you based off what you paid, nigga, America might be a little bit more fun. I didn't say it'd be more righteous. I didn't say they'd be less evil. It would be more tolerable.
America would never be
I'm
righteous.
not going to work to change the world. I tell my babies that every day. I tell my I'm not here for you. I'm here for me. But that's some real shit. Cause like
I gotta live. I gotta eat.
I gotta live. I gotta eat.
It's expensive.
This is what I wanted to do.
That much groceries cost, man? Like, how much it costs to live in this motherfucker?
Like I tell, it's a thing. Like we short like 50 to 56,000 teachers in the state or something. Maybe it's changed,
damn.
but yeah, right. Nobody want this job, nigga. And
I bet you I could
the
get
niggas
hired.
that got the job barely want it. But
I could get hired probably.
you be a great teacher. The fuck, you be an amazing teacher. My young boys think I'm the coolest nigga in the world. I go to work dressed like this.
Nah, that's great.
Go watch on fucking low top dunks. They be like, yo, Mr. Frank got this shit on. Hey, yo, what's up? Hey, yo. I fucking walked in with the 15 2 days ago. They was like, oh, no. Oh, my God.
You got to do
They was
it.
like, you got paid this weekend, didn't you? I be like, damn, I did mind your business, but,
pockets, but all right.
but like I'm somebody that's not too much older than them. So I'm old enough to where it's like, you know, I'm your teacher, but like, I was saying that to a young boy today. It's like, I was using the Jerry Seinfeld shit with him, where it's like, you know, when you become a comedian, like however many years you are in comedy, like that's your age, that type shit. Like if you 1 year in comedy, you're a 1 year old. So I was telling him, it's like, whenever you get to a new phase of life, like it's like you go back to being one. I was like, nigga, my brain just got done forming this year. Like my frontal lobe is done. It was done cooking, you know, last November. It was like, you got bread now up there. Right. You know, so it's like, but I told him, I said, does that mean I know what the fuck I'm doing as an adult? Now, I'm not talking, you know, with all the curse words. I'm talking to you after hours. I'm, you know, it's a fucking character. My mask is off now, you know, but it's like, just because I'm a fully developed human in terms of brain, like in terms of it being a physical organ, is the physical organ done developing? Yes. But does that mean I know, does it one mean I'm done learning? No. Does it two mean, I know what I'm doing? No, I'm pretty much back to being a baby again for what it is to be an adult. I'm new at this shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I told him, I was like, with that being said, most of my life experience then would be in what? And he was like, being young. I'm like, right, being you, nigga. So I remember everything. That's why y'all can't say shit like glazing and glizzy around me. I know you talking. I know you're talking about dicks.
We gonna come back. No, you're talking about dicks.
Y'all talking about penises in this joint, man.
Yeah, you gotta represent the niggas from Jersey.
I wasn't there or nothing, but I wouldn't listen to it. Young niggas always talking about shit like they was there. Nigga, I remember when Kobe and Shaq won 3 in a row. Nigga, you was 3. They won a championship to commemorate each year you've been on fucking Earth. Nigga. Right. You don't remember shit.
Right. So let me ask you this, Frank. Who are you, Frank? I don't know much about you.
I'm a nigga that's giving up hope. That's who I am. I'm a nigga that is tired. I'm done. Nigga, I got a pocket full of change right now. And that ain't the problem. The problem is it's all change I picked up off the ground. That's where I'm at.
Did you grow up in Philly?
North Philly.
North Philly?
North Philly.
Okay.
Only ever lived in North Philly and Philly. Only ever lived in the same house. My father's house. Somebody
explained to me why it's called Down North, and I forgot.
I feel like because maybe this is my thing. I don't know. I just feel like I was raised by niggas from the South. And like they was up here though. So I'm like my side, like my family up here from my mom's side, we're like the only ones up here for real. Everybody else is still either in like Virginia, Tennessee, some people in Texas. Got 1 or 2 down in Florida, but Most of us are still down south. We got a couple of people up in Binghamton. They're like, I think they're married or something like that or whatever. But they still in the family. Fuck it. No, that's my father. That's my uncle. And that's like, it's his half brother and whatnot. So, what you call it?
Somebody moving the desk.
I was about to say somebody moving furniture in this motherfucker. But yeah. So them niggas say down for everything. Like we going downtown, we going down there. Oh yeah, but you have fun down there. It don't matter where. There, what you doing down there? You could be in Connecticut.
They going.
What you doing? We going down to Connecticut.
Yeah, that might be.
We going down to Texas.
Yeah,
we going down to California. Nigga, no nigga, you going over to California. Like you going west, my nigga. Like
then there's also the East Coast white people who say down the shore.
Right, you get what I'm saying? So it's like there's just this collection of ignorance in there. No, I'm fucking with you. It's regional ignorance. No,
you're right.
But to a certain degree, in a funny, cool culture kind of way, it's like I feel like I don't know for certain, but I'm like I said, my experience. I was raised by Southern people, and we say down for everything. So and when you talk to a lot of niggas in the hood, it'd be like my grandmama and them from North Carolina or this place or that place.
Mine's from Alabama.
Yeah, so everybody kind of is raised around similar talking and shit. And then
I say finna. I shouldn't say finna.
Right, finna. Yeah, exactly.
I shouldn't say it. I'm not from there, but like I was around my grandparents so much, it's in my.
That's just in your. Like for example, I live in Philadelphia. I've been in Philadelphia my whole life, and people hear my voice and they like, you sound like you from the country a little bit. You don't I was raised by country niggas.
You don't sound like Philly. You don't sound like your typical bowl. You know
no,
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a certain twang when it comes to like that Philly voice, and you don't have it.
No, but here's the thing, and that's when I'm here. Yeah. But whenever I go anywhere else, like it's still like I'll be like, man, I still say John or whatever, just like anybody else. Yeah. But it's still with my just natural blended voice or whatever. Yeah. So they'll be like, oh, that nigga's from Philly.
I have moments like that where they could be like, oh, he's from New Jersey. Like I'll say like it's stupid East Coast shit. Like I remember I used to date this Puerto Rican girl from Canada, and one time she made fun of me because I said phone. And I was like, oh shit, why the fuck did I do that? Like none of my parents don't even talk like that. Where did I get that from? Regional ignorance.
Regional ignorance.
So you grew up in North Philly. What was it like growing up in North Philly?
My biggest fear growing up was getting shot. Nigga, it was a stressful time. Yeah. It was just stressful. It was, it was a lot of concrete. Not a lot of trees. That shit sounds so sad.
But no.
But, like, it was a fun time, But I also wasn't a kid that got to like go out and like I wasn't allowed to like roam the neighborhood. Like I was allowed to like go on the block that was like right next to ours and on each side. Yeah. And then even that got shut down at one point. Okay. Because nut shit started happening. So yeah, after that it was a thing of like we had like one or two friends that would come over and whatnot.
That's kind of similar.
I was going to school 5 days a week. Fucking choir rehearsal on Saturday, Sunday school, church on Sunday, back to the crib, school on Monday, after school, basketball practice when I got older.
Pretty regimented.
I was regimented as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in the city. I grew up in South Jersey. I grew up in a rural hood. Like it's a town called Shithole Town. Shout out to Penns Grove, New Jersey.
Oh, I heard of Penns Grove.
It's I think it probably still is a piece of shit.
All this shit done. It's all shitty. It's all a rap.
I remember at an early age, my mom was like, I remember I got in trouble. I was a good kid, A student, all that gifted talent, all that bullshit. But I get bored because I'm done. I'm done my work, so I'm getting my little mischief or whatever. And I remember my mom saying that my mom didn't curse, but I remember her saying to the we had a black female principal, and she said to her, she was like, you teach just enough here for people to go down to the welfare office or the Puerto Rican Action Committee.
Wait, what?
He's like, you don't, because I don't know where that comes from.
I was about to say, what the fuck does that mean?
That's what she was fed up with the school system is what that was.
She was letting them niggas have it. That's what it was.
That's what it was. She was letting them have it because, she was like, there's no reason why you got to be calling me here from work when this kid's an A student. He might get in a little here and there.
That was me. I was lit. One young boy, he got suspended today. He caught a 5-day. He caught a 5-day bid. So that's my man's though. We was talking and I told him it was like I was trying to really give him game. I'm like, cause the thing now is that like I'm the teacher that like it's a cool little story, I guess. Cause it's like, all right, you went here. Like I live across the street. Like I can look out my classroom window and see my front door.
Oh, shit.
Like I walk my dog in the neighborhood and my students are like, hey, Mr. Frank, like I'm a fucking member of the community. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and I didn't even want that shit.
I was about to say,
you get what I'm saying?
Cool,
I ain't sign up for that. I can't sit on my front porch and smoke blunts. Like I gotta be. I can't go to the store and hoochie daddies and slides like everybody else. I can't do certain shit.
Myself.
I know what accountability feels like, and I don't even want it. That's why I'm tired of these niggas that's doing all this yappity yap 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 yappity yap yap. Nigga, get to work. Niggas doing all this talking about everything.
Get to work.
You don't got a neighborhood? Yo, God rest his soul, man. Yeah. My father, like, I'm sitting here stressing about the family. I'm a young nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this recently, before he passed, I'm trying to get the house fixed up. I'm trying to do shit that's big in life because I know he's getting to that precipice and shit like that. I'm trying to force a relationship and make it work. I'm trying to, so I can have kids and shit. They ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Like all types of shit to the point my father was just like, that nigga played solitaire all day. He just sit there, nigga slammed his cards down and said, God damn it, self. Worry about self. You worry about everybody else. We good, nigga. We ain't ask you for shit. All that little cool shit you want to go do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to, you doing all this shit trying to do this and that for us or whatever. You just stressing yourself out. It's like, go small, essentially is what he's saying. For everything you want to do, nigga, that take time. Just do the shit that you know you can do. Worry about yourself. Yeah. And then everything will line up when it's supposed to line up. If I'm here for it, I'm here for it. If I'm not, I'm not. Everybody wants to save the world. Fuck the world. Fuck the world. What about your 4 square block? Like, your couple blocks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do something right there. Yeah. First of all, who the fuck you think finna give you the keys to the world and you can't even get 4 blocks together? Fuck 4 blocks. Your block don't even got a block captain. You ain't even got no block captain. You ain't got no neighborhood watch. You ain't no block captain. You don't even know your neighbors' names.
That's weird.
Think about it.
That's weird.
We let niggas talk to us about all the shit we should be doing, and they are not proven. Yeah. They not. Yeah. I think Ali Sadiq was talking about that he was talking about that shit. He had like a whole video up, I think, where he was like, these niggas not proven. But that's real shit. I'm not saying I'm proven. I'm just sitting here and saying, like, niggas really be asking for this shit. You don't want it. You don't really want that. You like it's uncomfortable and it's unnerving because you being watched. But you don't know by who. Like, you asked what growing up in Norf Philly was like. Growing up, I was worried about what niggas was watching me, who might want to do something to me. Right. And I thought that was uncomfortable. Now, living in Norf Philly as a teacher in the same neighborhood with students who live in the same neighborhood, I know for a fact, before I thought niggas was watching and nobody gave a fuck about me. Now I know niggas is watching. It's kids. Okay. And that's worse.
Why is that worse?
Because anything you do in front of them is an endorsement. If they see me smoke a blunt, weed is cool. If they see me on my porch drinking beer, that's something cool to do when I get older, like Mr. Frank maybe.
Right. They don't understand the dichotomy of humans yet.
They don't understand that I'm doing this because hope is gone.
And I can't tell you that.
And I can't tell you that.
Because I'm being paid not to tell you this.
Or I can find a way to tell you this through social and emotional learning that this shit is over. I had a student today talk, 7th grade. This shit is a wrap. I had a student today talking to me about Israel and Hamas.
Which is heavy.
Because I sub sometimes. So I sub for it's a Catholic school, so I'm in seminary, and I like I said, I like all this ancient Eastern history and things like that. And so we have a little bit, literally because of the institution I work in, I can talk about the Bible. I can blend it in with your history class. You're learning. We going over military conquest, and you're talking about the Syrian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, the Persian Empire, the Phoenicians. Nigga, all of them in the Bible. And you in a Catholic school, and you think I ain't about to tell you? You tripping. You got Nebuchadnezzar right here in your book, in your history book, and he's right here in the Bible. So now, for you niggas that was thinking this is fake, do something with that. We can challenge you like that. So it's like, the little girl walks up to me. She's like, Mr. Frank. She's like, now I know you know what's going on in Gaza.
I know you.
She rolled up on me.
Yeah.
She's smart. She knows. She was like, hey, I know you know about what's going on. I said, I do. She was like, and mind you, you know now, black people, Jews done chewed us up and spit us out this week because they done found out niggas is pro-Palestine. Oh, you thought? Oh, you didn't know that?
You think niggas was gonna look at other brown people and be like, yeah, we
we cool with the white niggas beating up on them. We cool with the white niggas putting them in the equivalent of an open air prison called the Gaza Strip. Yeah, that's all good because Jehovah. No, fuck all that. The fuck? What you thought was going? What side you thought we was gonna go on? Who you thought we was gonna pick? We got a one drop rule too, nigga.
Boy, do I know.
Yeah, my nigga. We got a one drop rule over here too.
So the girl that came up to you.
She comes up to me.
Was she a little black girl or white girl?
Yeah, a little black girl. So she comes up to me and she's like, I know you know about what's going on. I said, I do. And she said, she was like, but you do know who's like responsible for a lot of this, right? And I was like, so now, Lynn, right, the way I'm like, so what you talking? Well, I think I may know, but I want to see I want to see what you think. She was like, well, in my personal opinion, I don't necessarily think the Palestinians. I was like, so you think Israel's the problem? She was like, yeah. I was like, sounds like you are learning about international affairs. She said, what does that mean? It's like, keep studying.
Yep.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're right, because I can't. But I'm not saying you're wrong either.
You might be, you in the house.
You in the wheelhouse. You in the ballpark.
Yeah. You in the foyer.
Hey, look.
You looking at the kitchen. Like,
yep.
I wouldn't even know how to. That's heavy. Like I'm I'm at work and I guess maybe you expect to have a question like that.
No, I don't because I don't actually because I don't.
He's like, I thought you
fucking seventh grader rolled up on me about Gaza. I work with niggas that are adults and nobody said shit yet about Israel or Hamas. Niggas is just waiting to go home at 3:30.
But that's what they want.
Niggas, I don't give a fuck about Israel or Hamas. I give a fuck about Folgers. Do we have any prepared? I need that coffee.
Isn't that what they want though? That's what the big day. That's what they want. They don't want you to be thinking about this kind of shit.
Yes, and that's why I'm saying niggas
heavy.
need
They want you bogged down.
As a teacher, I joke a lot about not having hope, but I don't. I don't have hope in adults.
Right.
Niggas love saying children don't listen. That's not true. They the only motherfuckers that listen. Adults are the ones walking around like they know everything. Right? So it's like, working with them gives you a little bit of hope.
A little bit.
It gives you a little bit of hope.
Are they the future though?
They the future whether we want them to be or not. Because the way time work, I'm only getting older.
Yeah.
And these niggas are younger than me, so that would mean they up next. Are they the future? What niggas really mean is, are they prepared? And I'll tell you, no.
No, because we weren't.
That's why we should start paying attention to the fact that they're the fucking future. They are the future, and they are not prepared. They're not at all. Many of them aren't.
No.
So it's like,
I wasn't. They still.
Nigga, I was none of it. That's the play that's in effect. Don't
lied.
get none of these niggas ready.
They lied. They like
don't get none of them ready.
Go here, do this, go to college. You're gonna be all right. No, we not.
No, we not.
We not all right.
You know how bad? First of all, my young boys know I'm a. I told them I was like, because the first week of the school year, like syllabus week. When I was presenting everything, I had a slide on myself. I think it's important for you to know who's gonna be teaching you. How you gonna listen to me? You don't even know. You don't even know who am I, right?
You had a little PowerPoint.
Yeah, a little PowerPoint of myself. Showed them a picture of me when I was young. Where they all cracking up, like big head or whatever.
Right.
And just something to build rapport. And I was telling him, it's like, yeah, I've attended college, but I didn't finish. So one of the little girls, she was in 7th grade, she was like, whoa, dropped out of college. I was like, yes. And everybody was like, I was like, I know it's a little uncomfortable. Your teacher's a college dropout. Mm-hmm. All right, but I said, if anything, it should go to show you that there's a million different ways to skin a cat.
There is.
You can be a lot of things in this world with or without the things they say you need. Yep. And they were kind of like, okay. Yeah. I'm like, hey, who gives a fuck if I got a degree? Yeah. I tell you why I'm here. We short 56,000 teachers in the state, my nigga. They giving this job to anybody that want it. Yeah. All you gotta have is just don't have a record.
That'll just be clean.
We'll find something for you to do in this motherfucker.
That's funny. Yeah, I dropped out too. I tried. I was like, you know what? This ain't it. I keep you
keep making me do the same bullshit. Like, ain't that some shit? They said they was like, cause I hated gen ed. Okay. The whole idea of going to college for like 2 years and learning a lot of the same shit that I got. Cause this is my thing. I'm like, why are we learning the same shit we learned in high school? It's like to make you a well-rounded individual. I just learned that shit for like 13 years. How much more round you want to make me?
I'm paying you to do something different.
You get what I'm saying? How much? Like, I can't get no more round. Mm-hmm. First of all, you made me take standardized testing to prove that I was competent in all the shit you continue to make me take for me to even come in this bitch.
Mm-hmm. I was over the shit where I was like, hold on. You making me take gym in college, motherfucker?
You had to take gym in college?
Yeah.
Oh, they was really taking y'all niggas.
I was like,
I didn't take gym in high school.
It was like, yeah, you gotta do this to pay you. Like, if you want to move on from sophomore to junior,
they made you niggas.
Yeah. We out on the football. We out on the football field running suicides. I'm like, I am 21.
And them shits was probably literally suicides. Everybody's lungs is probably all smoked
like I done
out.
Smoked out. I'm drunk still. Like
they was trying to kill one of you niggas. They was trying to kill one of y'all.
Hell yeah. But I mean, yeah, I'm gonna drop out. That all they wanted was my money. They haven't got any of it because I'm not paying y'all niggas. I'm not. You're not. I'm going. Either it's never gonna get forgiven. But if
hey, hold up. That's funny you said that because we talking about this Israel Hamas shit. You know what President Biden is suggesting, right? You know what he's suggesting right now?
I'm ready to hear it.
He is suggesting an aid package of $100 billion for Israel and Ukraine. Not 1 million.
100.
Not 100 million.
Billion.
Not 1 billion. But 100 billion.
You can't, but now you niggas can't get health care during a pandemic, though.
You can't get health care. You can't get free ed. You can't get
we can't
housing. We don't got no money.
We ain't got it.
We ain't got it.
We ain't got it.
Hold up. How the fuck you gonna suggest giving these niggas more money than you've never even said 100 billion. 100 billion. You've never said 100 billion to the American public.
100 billion.
I done heard 3 trillion a lot. Well, the deficit is 3 trillion. Well, what about 100 billion?
Where's that coming from? Huh?
So you right. That shit ain't never gonna get forgiven.
No.
We ain't never getting free healthcare. No. We ain't never getting a lot of shit. Not because we all know now. That's another thing. That's really why I don't have no hope.
Why?
Because it's what let's go back. Mm-hmm. If the way you're viewed about shit is based more on how long you've been doing it and not just the fact that you in the room, mm-hmm. as in to say, I just got here to being an adult. Mm-hmm. Like a full-blooded, this is who, like, the brain is done, the body, I ain't getting no more teeth. If anything, I'm losing them, nigga. My bottom tooth right here, nigga, I was drinking cold water this week. That shit hurt.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, ah.
My shit right here fell out the other day. I'm like, here we go. Here we go.
And so it begins.
I got to start thinking about procreating now.
You know what I'm saying? I got to leave something behind. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that nigga, what was I saying? That shit threw me off. This nigga said, I got to think about, I got to leave, I got to make another me. I got to hit copy, nigga.
We was talking about hope, giving up hope.
Oh, I'm new to being an adult. Mm-hmm. So I didn't cause none of this shit.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like I'm looking at I'm just looking at it from the perspective of like, why we keep laying down for this shit? This shit is so bad that when I walk around, I look at a nigga that's homeless or on the street, and I view him as a nigga that's actually like smart or like liberated, right? Cause
in a way, cause
you can't tax that nigga.
You can't. He's off the grid.
He ain't got no income. There's no income tax without no income. They not getting, and then people be like, nigga, fuck that. He got to stay on the street. This niggas is paying $1,800 in rent to not go home till 6 in the morning every night. You on the street, nigga. You on the street. These young niggas is out here giving niggas $1,800, $1,500, $1,600 in rent, and every night you go party till like 4 or 5 in the fucking
drinking.
Yo, you never home. You might as well
live on the street. You
might as well go with them niggas.
Get the tent. You know what I mean?
The tent going. You know how much more money you have to go party. We didn't say stop working, nigga. We said if you gonna never be home,
live in the elements.
You might as well go
camping forever.
You know what I'm saying? Charge that nigga some rent.
You know when not to derail you, but you know when I realized the bullshit of the like was real was when I had to become a contractor. And I was like, all right, I didn't understand all this, and I had to learn about, I didn't really have to think about taxes before, but now I'm like, oh, I'm running my own business. I had an accountant sit down and like you have to like open up a LLC, you have to. You have to do all this stuff.
You gotta go legit.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, gotta learn about write-offs and all that shit. So like, I learned about estimated taxes.
Hit me to the game.
Estimated taxes are like if you're a 1099, like when you're a regular employee, you look at your paycheck.
You know, niggas love estimations. I be there in about 10 minutes. Estimated taxes.
When you get your check,
right?
You got taxes taken out for this, Medicaid, blah blah blah, healthcare, all that shit. When you're a 1099, they give you just what you earned, straight up, no tax. Mean? Like if I'm
oh, you just get your money. Yeah,
you just get your money.
You gotta pay your own taxes,
and you have to estimate each quarter how much you should be paying in taxes, based on nothing. There's no math. There's no equation. There's nothing. They give you nothing.
I know how much I be paying every quarter. I estimate. About nothing.
The first 4 years, I was like, "Ooh, this ain't bad. I got it. Cool. I'm getting my." Last year, my math was a little off. My accountant said, "All right, cool. Blah 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 blah." So you owe, and I was like, "All right, that's not crazy. I've owed before, maybe 100, couple hundred, whatever." You owe $6,000. I said. Did you want me to resend you these documents so you can relook at them?
I was about to say, nigga, y'all need some. I got $6 for some whiteout. Maybe we can go over something. I gotta send something back. You said they don't accept documents with whiteout on it, so I can't change nothing.
She said she was by account Indian, so she was in India. She's usually in Cherry Hill, over the bridge. She was in India. I was like, this might be your vacation brain. You might need to wait till we get back.
That's real cute. I'd have been like, hey, my nigga, fuck you and your bitch. I don't give a fuck what you got going on, nigga. The government say I owe them 6 G's. I'm going to need you to tap in, baby boy.
I said, what?
They not getting none of that.
That's like, oh, shit. Then, like, I knew what I was doing, but it didn't hit me like, yo, you really just setting us up to fail. I got lucky those first couple years.
Yeah, it's like credit.
Yeah.
You can lie. Like, I remember, all right, first time I got a credit card. No, let me rephrase that. First time I applied for a credit card, I told the truth, and I was denied. And then somebody said, lie. That's how you get your first credit card in college. You lie. You say that you make this much, and they'll send that bitch out in about 6 days, 6-7 days, you'll have it.
Yeah.
About a week. Week max, you'll have it.
Yeah.
Yep. Told them niggas I made about 75 G's. my car was there in about 3 business days.
Boop,
them niggas say approved. Get the spending.
Get on it.
Get on it. You got 70 G, prove it.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, I'm like, oh, let's get it.
Yeah.
Went to New Orleans.
Yeah, he did.
Paid for the tickets for cash, though.
Yeah, he did.
Because the limit wasn't that high. They said you can play with about 500 at first.
You played with that 500.
Oh, I played with it.
I remember they got me.
Thing is, I didn't play long.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They got me. What was it? When I was in college, they got me with it was a store card.
Oh, yeah, that's how they get, yeah.
That's how they got me. I wanted this little fly, little jacket.
You want that triple fat goose?
You know what I mean? Like that old. Like,
nigga said, I was trying to get a Pyrex. Don't do me like that.
I was trying to get that 8 ball. Okay. No. I was trying, it was a little goofy ass. Remember when there was that era where niggas was wearing like American Eagle and
yes, yes, I hate it. It was like American Eagle, Aeropostale, Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, we took over that shit for a little bit.
Yeah,
I was guilty.
Okay,
and it was a little fly little jacket.
I wish I was guilty. My parents was like, ha.
I was like, I can't afford it. I was like, well, they hit me with the card shit. I was like, yeah, I mean, just go ahead and apply for that shit. Boom, got it right there. Mm-hmm. You are approved. Here go that jacket. I said, ooh. Let me get them jeans too. Matter of fact, let me get that shirt and that shirt too.
Did you have the butters with it? You doing some butters?
I think at the time I was probably wearing Jordans.
Okay.
I still had to have, I had to have the dichotomy. That's another reason why I didn't prosper at a black college, because not only was I the weird mixed nigga, I was dressing like I had Jordans on, and then I was still up here. I was
niggas was like he dressing like he got something to prove.
It was like this was big T-shirt era. I wasn't big T-shirt. Like I did that in high school. I went to white high school. We did that. We proved our shit back then. See? And then everybody still brought that in college. And I'm like, nah, I get to be.
Who left the gate open?
I get to be myself. I get to be weird. And it was like, yeah, nigga, you weird. You ain't gonna get no pussy here. And I was like, damn. Fuck. I gotta go to the white college to get those girls over there, because the black girls there were also the weird ones there because they had a white school. So I'm like,
but you know what I love about that? For a second, I thought you was getting ready to say like, yeah, I gotta go fuck these white bitches because the black sisters didn't want me. But you did what a real nigga would do. You went and found the weird black shorties. And it was like, come here.
Yeah, I was like,
we gonna be weird together.
We gonna be weird. And we gonna fuck.
God damn it, I'd rather be weird with you than to be a sellout with her.
Yeah, I went to HBCU. I went to Delaware State University.
Oh, you went to DSU?
I did.
I visited DSU on a college tour in high school.
How'd you feel about it?
All right. So what happened was I watched School Daze every day, like dead ass every night when I got home. Of senior year, I watched school. I wanted to go to HBCU bad, and this is gonna sound real bad.
I hope it does.
It's gonna sound real bad. What started happening was I started going on these tours and I started visiting. All right, so I went to DSU. Because when you watch School Daze, you looking at the Atlanta campuses. And then it's also a movie. So they're only showing you the good parts.
Right.
So I get to DSU and I was like, hey, yo. I was like, this shit the hood. You know what I'm saying? Went to Howard for my music audition and got out the car and I was like, that's a poppy store right there. And that shit got graffiti on it. Like, it was not like, oh, these are just cliche signs of the hood. It's just like, as a nigga from the hood, I'm like, this is the hood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just telltale signs. I'm like, I can tell this is not going to be the best neighborhood. And
shout out to Morgan State.
Oh, man.
Middle of Baltimore.
Yo. Yo. Nigga, they basketball gym look like a high school. It looked like they share that shit with the local high school.
This shit looked like it was in the set of Above the Rim and shit.
Right, real shit. Like, was it Marlon that shot Tupac?
Yeah.
Like, he shot that nigga right out back.
Yeah.
Like, man, but what you call it? So I for me, it was a thing of, it was just discouraging because I'm like, I watched this movie every day, and I was, I'm like, okay, look, these, black people, young black people trying to do shit. I'm trying to do the same thing. They on this cool campus. It's just them. It looked a little bit like heaven.
Yeah.
And then, It's still that. I'm not arguing that it's not that. You know,
but it's not all that. It's not always
right. That. And that you find that out. It's not just the neighborhood, and you realize, oh, this shit is super expensive. I'm not gonna have the money to pay for this.
Yeah.
And it's that and the third. So
yeah, I mean, I'll give you credit, man. I was thinking with my lower half. I took a visit there with my dad, and it's just very funny. Like
nigga said he was thinking.
But it's just funny, just that like my dad was the one to take me to the the visit there. He's like the white parent, and he went out there. He was like, he said, I knew as soon as we pulled up, we got out that car, you was going here. And I was like, how'd you know? He's like,
just like your daddy, boy.
It's like, come on, I know you. Like, he's like, as soon as I turned my head, I locked the car. You was gone.
Right. Nigga was on it.
I should have known better, because on that tour, I remember we went into like the freshman dorms, and that shit was the hood. I was like, we're paying. In the back of my head, logic was talking, but I wasn't listening. It was like, oh, you're gonna pay for this. We ain't even got no like air in this bitch.
Right.
We ain't got no heat in this motherfucker. Like, it's just this window and wall like fans.
It's like young boys, when they looking for colleges, they like women when they looking at a house. Everything can be cool, but let that kitchen be out of order. Next. Right. You can have my major, the fucking campus center can have all the shorties, but let me get in this cafeteria and these chicken fingers is ass, or they burnt or some shit like, or this the cheese on the pizza look cold or some shit like that.
I'll give it to them though. Delaware State did have a fire cafeteria.
Okay,
I'll give it to them. Like,
that's good.
I'm kind of glad I didn't live on campus the entire time, because I'd have gotten fat a lot earlier.
I put 15 on. I put a little bit more than 15 on.
They were cooking in that thing. They would cook like macaroni, like good macaroni and cheese, like that good greens. I was like, I was not expecting.
You was like, we eating like every shit felt like heaven. Every day is Sunday.
Yeah, I was taking plates back to the
Nigga was taking his plate to the table like the Sabbath shall have no end.
But it was not everything it was cracked up to be. Like, it's still
no college in my opinion is everything is cracked up.
They're the same as white institutions. They just painted. They just got blackface on. That's all. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, they're gonna take you for your money.
They're gonna get that money.
They're gonna fuck. You
gonna get a piece of paper that's worth less than the dollar bill.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck with your time. They're gonna fuck with your money. And after, not only they
and
being that
you're still young, they're gonna fuck with your emotions too. They're gonna fuck with your feelings.
You're gonna be in line all day.
You're gonna be hurt. You're going to be like, dang, you're going to be stressed out, all that.
There's going to be teachers there that, there's going to be some helpful teachers occasionally.
I tell my young boys the truth. I'm like, I don't get paid to lie to you. Mm-hmm. Like, this shit ain't always supposed to be fun. Mm-hmm. As you go further in it, it's not going to be. Mm-hmm. Not if you like it's like going to the gym. I know people be like, oh, that's bullshit. You shouldn't tell kids that. No, it's education to me is like going to the gym. If you just went to the gym, like I went to the gym yesterday, my shit hurt, right? I can feel whatever I was doing right in here and in here, right? Mm-hmm. If you go to the gym and you pump an iron for like an hour and a half, and you can walk out that bitch and you don't feel nothing, you should be upset.
Yeah.
Because that means you just did nothing.
Mm-hmm. For a whole day.
For a whole fucking like gym day. You did nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, I had fun.
So?
Fuck fun.
So,
you're supposed to go in there and tear your muscles.
I danced up on Shorty last night. Who cares?
Who cares? Like, you're supposed to go in here and tear your shit so they can regenerate stronger. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to go in there and have fun. That shit is only fun once you got the muscles and you get the pump. And it's like, you just working your muscles out because you got them now. But like, that shit everything ain't supposed to be fucking fun. Man, so yeah.
But you are supposed to get something out of it.
You're supposed to get something. That's the point. It's like school, you're supposed to get something out of school more than it's supposed to be fun. It should be fun. Like, say, for example, you want to go to the gym. You can do fun workouts that will still allow you to feel some shit. But if the workout was only fun and you didn't actually do anything, then fuck that workout.
So how do you...
Just wasted your time.
That's how I felt, too, like with the... Because I was a computer science major, which is terrible for me because that's not what I wanted to go do anyway. I was just like, I don't know. Like,
let me get something that can make the most money.
It was that, and it was like
you did it smart. I tell niggas all the time. I was one of the niggas that went to college studying shit that he liked and that he was passionate about. And don't do that.
Because what I really wanted to be, I really was a graphic designer. But the school that gave me the most money didn't have that, and they had computer science. So I was just like,
you don't got to go to school.
I guess
I
did. You don't. You really don't.
You don't got to go to school to be shit no more, except for like a doctor, a lawyer, a scientist, a teacher. Well, nope. Sorry. Like,
really, it's just doctor and lawyer.
Lawyer
right?
and scientist.
Yeah.
You can't. They ain't finna let you. Yeah, like they ain't finna. If you in STEM, you ain't finna play around with no chemicals and shit like that. You don't know what you don't even understand the periodic table. They ain't finna go down. It explosions all over the country. Bah, boom, boom, bow, bang. Even this floor, whatever this is, in
this is a wild floor.
Let these niggas in here not know what's going on periodically.
It's a.
Should be a rap in there. Boom, bow, bang, boom, bop, bop, bop.
This is my first night here. There was a loose tank of hydrogen just in the hallway. I was like, this is safe.
This looked like a nigga getting ready to come around the corner with some hook shaped weapon, nigga.
This is Resident Evil shit happening.
I was about to say, and then this white is just so white. This shit look like a insane asylum.
It feel like that. Like when you leave and I'm the only one on this floor as I'm packing up, it's real creepy.
I was about to say, it would be real good if they did like just like a Halloween joint up here, and it's like, they just let one nigga at a time come through, like just tell him like whatever this a trick, like, but then he just walk by and it's just you and this joint doing an interview by yourself. Just what do you think? And like you come to this side and it's like, yeah. So and then you go back to the seat and then you doing, and then you like, yeah,
walking by there like, what the
this
fuck
nigga is crazy. And then you see
that
empty hydrogen tank.
What the fuck is that? And then you see that sign on the wall. It says something like non-human primate tissue sample thing. I was like, what does that mean?
Wait, what happened?
Non-human primate? What's that? What you making in there?
You got monkeys in that bitch?
You making monkeys in there?
That's what I'm saying. Nigga said non-human primate. What you trying to say? We monkeys, nigga? What you trying to say?
One thing's for sure about motherfuckers, because this is I think attached to Drexel. One thing that remains constant is I didn't grow up with a lot of like other ethnicities growing up. It was just white and black. Maybe you had
grew up with more than me, nigga. It was just niggas.
But one thing, like when I got to college, I learned this is I don't know why this is taking this turn. But like there's I didn't grow up around a lot of Indian motherfuckers, and I didn't know how much generally Indians don't like niggas. They do not fuck with us, and like
I mean.
Generally,
this is just why I don't see. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo,
you don't gotta say it. I'll say
the world. No, I'm gonna say it. The world got a rude awakening coming, bro. They got because I'm trying to tell you, these young niggas they not gonna care about nothing that anybody care about in terms of like all. In my personal opinion, the lid gonna get pulled off this bitch. Like. Cause I'm the nigga right now is like this is why I don't fuck with most cause I'm looking at like, yes, I have white coworkers. Yes, I have white friends. Yes, I know people of it's never the individual. Like I say that shit. Skin color is like a natural jersey. This shit designate that I'm not on your team. And so when we playing team ball, I'm looking around and everybody's team is like, fuck niggas. No, individual Joe Schmo from over here on Team White, you didn't say fuck me. But like 8,000 niggas on your team did.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Navajo. You like me. But the rest of the Mohicans,
the rest of your tribe, guess what they
said? They can suck. We can suck this dick. You know what I'm saying? So at what point does little old me on Team Black get to stand up and say, well, you know what? Fuck y'all niggas too. Check rock. And that's what I think is coming.
Yeah?
I think they beating up old niggas with fucking combs.
You mean young niggas beating
Yes. The traffic combs. Young niggas
old?
in Norf Philly beat a man with a traffic comb to death.
What was the old man's ethnicity?
He was black. These was all niggas involved in this.
Not that excuses it, but goddamn.
Nah, it's abysmal, actually.
That's fucking crazy.
You know, but it's the whole, like, these young boys is, bro. I think it's like, I was even talking to a homie of mine. She was like, she's a real estate agent. She was saying she was in her car and she was trying to get out of her car. She had a showing to do or whatever. And I think she had a showing to do. But she said a group of young boys just walked. They were walking down the street, poo shiesties on shit like that. And they, like, intentionally walked up on her car. Like, you know, like they were walking, like if the car door is like here, they're walking like on her car, like looking down into the window, walking up on the car and then cutting around. And people say, oh, they just having fun. It's like, nah, man,
That's not fun.
That's not fun.
That's dangerous. That's scary, motherfucker.
You do that to the wrong nigga.
You might get that little 30.
You might get that little 22. Pink. You know what I'm saying?
I had to learn about, because I got some niggas in Oakland. I had to learn. They taught me what the bip is. The bip.
It's the 22.
No, the little bip. It's this little. It's a little thing that they sell. I think they probably sell it in Walmart, but it's a little tool that they use, because Oakland is known for their car break-ins. So they get like you just press it up against a car window and it's, and then they in your car. Yeah, they call it getting bipped. They got the bipper on them.
See, man. Meanwhile, we got niggas in Philly that's crawling up under cars in the middle of the night, stealing catalytic converters with a whole toolkit. Pass me the wrench, nigga.
They got that. What's that little thing with the wheels? Just sliding
right.
under like a mechanic.
Niggas on the mechanic. Hand me that Phillips.
Nah, the other Phillips.
Meanwhile,
I need the quarter
niggas in
inch.
Oakland is just like
stolen. Your iPad
Actually,
going.
now I got the whole car.
Yeah, me joyride. This
We
is
out.
the bip. Don't get bipped.
Don't get bipped out here.
It's a little, and they sell it. You can get it on Amazon.
Yeah,
it's a little $20 tool.
It's like I just
don't
hear
do it if you're watching this.
People got right. This is not
saying
an
it's
endorsement
cool, no.
to bip niggas.
We're laughing, but we've given up hope.
I don't give a fuck if y'all do bip niggas. I ain't got no cars. You ain't bipping me. I tell you
care.
that.
I care. Don't bip me. I want to get home to Delaware.
What you call it? I guess what I'm speaking to in general is that, like, people kind of forget that, like, not everything that adults do is cool to kids. Some shit look corny to kids that adults do. And, like, what people kind of got to understand is that a lot of the decisions we making, some of them are for the kids, but let's also not be fucking delusional. A lot of the shit we choosing is for us. Even down to, like, clothing standards. Everybody's, like, revealing their bodies more. Everybody. Not just women. This ain't at women. Everybody. I just told you I wanted to go to the pizza store and hooch daddies and slides. Can't do it.
Right.
Got young boys in there, but I don't want these young boys looking at my kneecaps, my upper thigh area and shit like that. I'm gonna cover up. Right? But, like, that's the thing. We forgot a long time ago, like, we put these clothes on. A large part of it, in my personal opinion, is for the kids. I mean, put your dick away. You know what I'm saying? It's kids out. Excuse me, ma'am. Yes, those titties, they look great. Can we put them away? Why? Everybody likes titties.
Yeah.
Everybody. Children, grown men, women.
I was having this
everybody
conversation
like
with my
titties.
roommate, and
Put
I
them
was
away.
like, yo, do I have I was like, you got to tell me if I'm being massaged. Not that I care, but, like, you got to tell me if I'm being misogynist. I was like, with like there's a small minority of like a loud minority of, like, you know, I'm gonna whip my titty out and feed in public. I was like, you're fine, but you also have to accept what comes with that.
And my thing is also this.
It's a titty out.
I feel like people who even, because my thing is this. It's like what we were saying about the phone, like sold separately. I feel like if you know a nigga's views on one thing, the rest of his views is sold separately. Like, you can probably figure out some other shit they probably feel strongly about by one thing they feel strongly about. Or, like, if I see a white bitch with, like, skinny jeans and, like, Doc Martens on,
yeah,
I already know what type time it. I already know what type time you on.
Some things.
Yeah, like, we not gonna agree on a lot. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way it's. Don't have a short haircut to go with that combination. We really not gonna get along probably.
Bob.
Or I'm just gonna be real cordial when we're around each other. Yeah. So you can kind of tell. So it's like, I feel like the same women sometimes that'll sit here and be the first to sit here and talk about I should be able to fucking breastfeed anywhere and this, that, and the third because this is normal, will be the same bitches that argue for privacy in some form or fashion in something else. or right to boundary or private, like that kind of shit. Like, what about the boundaries? What about my boundaries, bitch? Yeah. I'm at a restaurant. Yeah. I'm eating my food. I don't want to eat with young boy.
Right. Drape something. Like, just drape.
Go to the fucking bathroom.
Even if you can't, just like
it's a whole stall you can close.
You know
I gotta sit on the toilet and feed my kid. They got fucking changing stations in there. You'll change the motherfucker in there. Go feed him in the bathroom.
All I'm saying is just got a little bit of accountability.
Right.
If you gonna whip a titty out, fine.
I'm not even for accountability. I don't care what people accept, don't accept, do, like, just be. I want consistency. We got accountability. The niggas that are going to be accountable for what they did are. And the niggas who aren't, never were going to do it. Yeah. So we have accountability. We have all that. We don't have consistency. The problem is we got niggas who will take accountability sometimes and not other times.
It's got to fit whatever.
It's fitting whatever the fuck. That's like, you get what I'm saying? It's like it's a hit dog or holler. Yeah. To me, that's why religion is the most attacked shit in terms of like, you know, ology or belief or this, that, and the third, like the heady shit, consciousness. Like, so fuck religion. Cause it's like, nigga, you don't like it because they doing what everybody want to do, and they doing it to you or others as a way to benefit them and go against what you want to do. Cause you do the same shit. Everybody does. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but my beliefs are strong on this. But you know, we'll talk about that.
This guy doesn't fit.
We keep reading the scripture about, you know, would a man rob God, but we ain't gonna read none of them verses about, you know, God being a God of vengeance and fucking killing people that wasn't of this group that was the one, you know.
We're gonna ignore the part. We're gonna be Jesus this, Jesus that, but we also gonna ignore the part where he sat down and ate with the.
It's that kind of this inconsistency that people don't like, that inconsistency about like religion or theology or this or church, whatever, or even any religion. But it's like, motherfuckers walk around every day with that same level of inconsistency. That's why the shit is run by people,
and they inconsistent,
and they're not. That's it's the people that aren't consistent. The book never changed. It's the same fucking 66 books they keep printing.
So let me ask you this: when we talking about religion, right? This is a full circle. I just want to know how do you. Maybe rationalize isn't the word I'm looking for, but maybe it is. Like, how do you, when presented with some of the more outlandish things in the Bible that are like that?
Give me an example.
The fuck was that? All right. Let's just say something is like the burning bush, right? There's motherfuckers like, what was that? Was that Moses in the burning bush? Now, there's some people who are like, that's, you know, just like a parable. That's just like, you know.
Or it could be that.
Or it could be this motherfucker was on mushrooms. And this
I was about to say it could be a lot of things. Like, niggas say they saw wild shit today.
Right.
Like, it's how I would confront something is like typically to me the more outlandish shit that we view as outlandish, it has an explanation, and it's typically rooted in some type of cultural understanding of those people of that time that we don't understand today because we're not connected to.
It's also very hot.
Right.
Some shit could have just like
kafoof.
Yeah.
Like, wildfires happen all the time.
It couldn't have been it might not have been this deep shit. Like it
right.
Just been
like, and then this nigga's like, oh, this act of nature just told me or showed me.
Right.
Who knows? Like, and I'm not, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sitting there saying I have the answers on everything. It's just to say it's about your plan of approach in dealing with something. It's like, just because something sounds crazy don't mean I'm just gonna write it the fuck off. It's like, let me do some digging and studying. And when you do some digging and studying, you find out a lot of shit. And what you find out is that in the same way that Jay-Z will write an album, or write a song rather, and he's using a lot of cultural references of the day, that shit don't come with no footnotes for niggas that's gonna be listening to it 200 years from now. Those footnotes are called geniuslyrics.com now, or whatever the fuck. And thank God for them. But that shit didn't always exist.
Right. Sometimes they get it wrong.
Sometimes those niggas get it wrong.
They don't got all the answers.
They don't got all the answers because they wasn't in the booth when this nigga wrote it. It wasn't in his head.
Right.
Right? So it's we be sitting there and be like, oh, this is, like, for example, I give you an outlandish thing. Like when age, when niggas would be like 100-something years old, and he's like, come on, man, nigga can't be like 185 years old, 200 years old. Well, it can if those were agricultural people who counted winters and summers as years. And then Abraham and Sarah having a kid at 90 is actually in reality them having a kid at 45, which is still a fucking geriatric pregnancy in even modern times.
Yeah.
Oh, and then niggas would be like, "Oh, I never thought about it like that." Yeah, nigga, because when you picked this book up, you was never thinking at all.
Right.
You was just reading.
How can I make money off of this?
How can I make money off of this? Or how can I discredit this shit?
Yeah. How can I make the Muslims look like idiots?
Right.
How can I make this branch of Christianity look like assholes?
Right.
And how do I make me look better?
Right. Not how can I read this shit for it to make sense to me in what it's saying.
I remember, because like when growing up Jehovah's Witness, you can't, you're not supposed to go anywhere else. Like, don't go to the mosque, don't go to the masjid.
Yeah, y'all niggas is
else,
doing
right?
it like the Hebrews. They can keep that ass in the camp.
Here, we ain't got no windows in here.
Fuck everybody
and if we
else.
got windows, they covered, right?
Fuck
Nothing.
We in here and they out there.
Right. And the moment when I remember I was in college, I was fucking with this Baptist pastor's daughter, which we all know what comes with that. Shout out to her. Shout out to his house too, because we fucked all up in that house.
Oh man,
we defiled that man's house.
Damn.
Anyway, but I was like, you know what? I'm here. She worked at the church. So I was like, I'm gonna go here. I got a Sunday. I ain't doing nothing. I'm avoiding going to the Kingdom Hall. I'm gonna see what they doing. So I went there. And I was like, oh, I get it. This isn't like, and I'm not saying this goes for everybody, but I guess this one in particular. I've seen her dad was living. Like, he had money. I get it. Like,
right.
you eating well, right? You traveling, you doing your thing. But at its core, I was like, this kind of gives people with little to maybe nothing to look forward to, something to look forward to at the end of the week, a little bit of community. And I was like, oh. It's a little too much touching. I don't want to touch my neighbor, thank you, but like, I get it.
What's the most important day when you read the bitch is the Sabbath, the one day off a week where you ain't doing it. In other words, it's like, think about even us. It's like, okay, we done worked 5 days, give a nigga one day. Well, I ain't gotta do nothing. Just that's like one of the main. That's the one thing that them niggas really wasn't supposed to desecrate, and or not the one thing, but it was. The Sabbath is supposed to be taken very seriously. Man, it's the Sabbath. Don't do just chill. That's why me and my homie was saying it. Because, Kyrie and Kanye came out and, said niggas was Jews and everybody lost their mind. Like, they don't, like, oh, it's the wildest thing on earth to say. Nigga, it was palm trees in the area. White people aren't in areas where palm trees grow naturally, nigga. Just use your noggin a little bit.
It's the delivery, Kyrie.
It was the delivery, maybe, but they didn't say nothing wrong.
Right,
like,
it wasn't too wild.
It wasn't too wild. This is shit like E40 even called niggas Hebrews on the track back in the day.
Yeah,
like KRS-One has it's a lot of niggas that have kind of been like, hey niggas, maybe just a hint,
yeah.
Maybe these were niggas. So it's that I don't know, man. We should stop talking.
We about to dig ourselves in.
We should stop talking.
We done hit the
we
Kyrie.
Should stop talking.
We done hit the Kyrie.
We should just go ahead and
Next thing you know, we're gonna be talking about vaccines.
Man,
because I do like this kind of talk, oddly enough. But yeah, maybe we,
I guess I don't know. It's
all I'm saying is Jesus was black. That's what
I mean, it's
It literally says he had hair. Like, well, I don't know too many white niggas.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean? Like, if this is what we're going, if this is where we're going, if this is what we're believing in, what Jesus shouldn't be, built like. He shouldn't be like, he shouldn't be sexy Michael Phelps. You know what I mean? Like he's
I feel,
he's somewhere in the middle between us two. Like,
right? Yeah. I don't know. I ain't trying to go down no long, drawn out, but I don't know. It's it's just, just the shit is simple. Like, even like we were saying with this, like these niggas, man, just go get drunk one day a week, hang with your niggas. Pray to God, you about to have to go back to work. And that's what, like, it's the thing of me and my homie was saying it, where, like, They always love saying like niggas, we don't do nothing. Niggas is lazy. They don't want to do nothing and whatnot. And he was like, that's why it's hard to believe, that all this shit wasn't niggas. This religion shit. Because like monks, they some of the most peaceful people. We look at them and we love monks. They peaceful. They just sit around and they just do nothing. Sound like could be some niggas to me. Like it sound like the original monks might have been some niggas, man. You know what? This doing nothing shit feel right. Think about it. These like the Jews and them niggas originally had to be black. These niggas thought up a God that was like, you know what? You niggas should just have one day a week where you don't do nothing. Like just lay up.
I want a Sabbath, right? I want a real Sabbath.
Yeah, like just don't do nothing. Like
I want a real Sabbath.
Niggas don't do nothing. The Sabbath is a day for doing nothing made by white people. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, man, that was some niggas. They was like, man, we ain't doing shit. I ain't washing no clothes. And that's the thing. All the shit you wasn't supposed to do, you don't wash no. I ain't washing no clothes. I ain't setting no fire to cook. None of that. This is all shit that a nigga is about to be like, man, nah, man, I need a day off, son. Been doing this shit all week. You want me to wash clothes and cook food all 7 days?
I can't get one.
You want me to? I gotta go out there again and guard this shit from animals.
My back is broke.
Like, yo, I just need a day. Let a nigga get a day.
Let him get a day.
I get one.
Let him get a day. Hell yeah.
So
I think we've reached.
Yeah, this joint gonna get flagged when
you. They gonna go through the thing and they be like, hold on.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on, cut that shit off right there.
Was that they said something about Kyrie? You have anything you want to give to the people to look at or?
The Bible, all that shit, nigga, just go reread. All right, no, I'm fucking with you. I guess I would say that. Everybody, I guess, should, I don't know. I just want to see more out of myself, out of everybody. I guess that's really, just, I don't know. Just don't do nothing on Saturday or Sunday. That's really, I don't know, nigga.
Fair.
Just have fun. Just have fun. Shit's tough.
You got any social media you want to?
No, I don't want these niggas following me. I ain't getting no money off of this shit, man. Yeah, and I ain't giving them no handles. I ain't giving them no social media.
Nah, that's fair.
They gonna follow me like a poster too. And I'm still gonna be broke, nigga. I'm still gonna have to go to work on Monday just like everybody else. Don't follow me. Come if I'm live, if I'm at the club and I see you there, say what's up. That's what you can do for me.
Go see him.
Go support live stand-up comedy. Yeah. That's what you can do.
Go see live stand-up comedy. I got my shit posted somewhere. So you know where to find mine when I occasionally do it. I got a Patreon. Shout out to them two niggas.
Okay.
I don't know. I know one of them, but I don't know the other one. So whoever Deshaun is, shout out to you.
We appreciate you, Deshaun.
We appreciate you, man.
You're doing good work, Deshaun.
Good. Thank you for that. Thank you for
keep going to work too. So you keep sending that bread,
yeah,
Deshaun.
Yeah,
we need that.
Especially now, because man done told me they don't need me no more. So
I
got to figure something out. So you supporting the arts.
Yeah, support the arts, man. I know I was talking that shit earlier about ain't no income tax, but you keep getting that income, Deshaun. You keep making that money. We need that.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you, man, for coming out,
man. Thank you for having me. It's been a whole lot of fun. I needed this, nigga. Yeah. I got all this health insurance, but all the therapists that take health insurance is booked up because all the other sad niggas got to them first. This has been cathartic.
Hell yeah. Shout out to my therapist. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.